Good morning. This is Kellaland on the go with all you need to know in news and weather as you start your day.
2 Sioux Falls women are accused of kidnapping a 7-month-old child.
Sioux Falls Police Department spokesperson Sam Clemens says the Detroit Police Department found and arrested Betty Cross and Taylor Marie Edwards together in the city on Wednesday, with Edwards allegedly having helped take the baby.
There was also another woman that was there that is from Sioux Falls, and there was a warrant that was issued yesterday for her for the same charge for kidnapping.
Authorities say the child is not hurt, and the Department of Social Services is working to bring the 7-month-old back to South Dakota. Authorities on the Pine Ridge Reservation are asking for your help in finding a missing man. The Oglala Sioux Tribe Department of Public Safety says Kelvin Red Owl was last seen on Tuesday wearing a gray jacket and blue jeans. Authorities say he was seen walking toward Kyle from Yellow Bear Canyon. If you have any information, you are asked to call law enforcement. The future of a grocery store on wheels is in danger. Sioux Falls Thrive operates the Eat Well Sioux Falls Mobile Market as a pilot project. Last year, Thrive was awarded a $50,000 USDA grant for staffing costs. While Thrive has already received $20,000, it just learned the grant is now frozen.
Puts us in a really precarious financial situation at this point.
The Sioux Falls Mobile Market makes stops around Sioux Falls 5 days a week. It was started in 2023 with the goal of making food more affordable and accessible. Now let's check in with meteorologist Scott Munt, going to warm up today and melt some snow.
Oh yeah, we'll have a lot of melting, I think, with temperatures warming back to the 40s in many locations. And then we'll continue this melting process as we go through the weekend as temperatures continue to warm. Close to 50 degrees today in Mobridge and Aberdeen, 46 in Huron. We'll eventually have sunshine in Sioux Falls with a high temperature this afternoon at 40, 42 today in Rapid City. Brian will have more details on your forecast coming up. Thank you, Scott. Generosity will be on the breakfast menu at Taco John's in Sioux Falls this weekend. All 8 Sioux Falls locations will raise money tomorrow morning for Sioux Falls Air National Guard member Chris Tiesenvitz, who's been battling a rare form of bone cancer. The restaurants will have extra staff on duty to help serve what's expected to be a large breakfast crowd.
So we'll make sure that we have extra product prepped and make sure we have all of our aces in our places. So we're kind of in the beginning parts of it, but it'll start getting better. We'll start getting more ready the night of.
Half of all breakfast sales will go to Tiesenvitz. The fundraiser runs from 7 to 11 a.m. tomorrow. You can also buy a Shamrock Shake for a good cause. Today, a portion of the proceeds of all shakes sold at select McDonald's will go toward Fight Like a Ninja. It was a nonprofit that started after Angela Drake's daughter, Brittany, died by suicide.
Funds raised over Shamrock Shake Day will help us with our Reach In program that's providing support for those in and out of care, making sure they have the things they need while they're in care and also that support while they're there. The money also helps fund a girls' hockey scholarship and start conversations about mental health. You can find participating McDonald's in Sioux Falls, Watertown, Brookings, Brandon, and Laverne. The Summit League basketball championships are back in Sioux Falls for a 17th consecutive season, but this year's tournament is unlike any other before it. The men's and women's champions will be crowned on Sunday, not Tuesday. The tournament tipped off earlier than usual as CBS Sports Network, which will broadcast the semifinals and finals, had more flexibility when it came to the schedule. The Summit League hopes the change will attract new fans.
You know, there's always a lot of red and blue in this arena, and, you know, we expect that again. But, you know, it gives our other schools an opportunity to get here, too, and have the weekend to enjoy the tournament maybe for the first time.
The women's championship game is set for 3 o'clock Sunday afternoon, while the men's title tilt will tip off at 8 p.m. That's a look at some of our top stories. Now let's get another look at your weather with meteorologist Brian Karstens. Brian?
All right, tracking that snowfall from last night and now this morning. Of course, reports will continue to stream in here to the storm center. Sioux Falls is at about 2.6 inches of accumulation. There's been a little bit more than that around the Canton area, and also we'll continue to see more reports coming out of western South Dakota, roughly about 4 inches in Rapid City, and 3 to 5 there across the the Valentine area. But again, final numbers will come in here this morning. We'll update those both on air and online. And of course, moisture with it too. We're getting that water content that, frankly, we need it when we look at the landscape and the drought monitor. But this winter weather advisory will run its course here south of Sioux Falls through midday. A lot of it kind of on the tail end now, but storm totals of 2 to 5 inches within the advisory. Futurecast through 9 a.m. depicting most of those snow trends south of Interstate 90 and to the north, clearing skies. And we've had that already building in, so as that happens, we're going to get that March sun to work for us. That melts snow in a hurry, you know that. And we're up near 40 Sioux Falls. That'll really do the trick there. A lot of it will be going away fast. Aberdeen today, you'll be very close to 50. Huron not far behind, and Rapid City probably in the middle there in the low 40s. Overnight tonight, partly cloudy skies. We'll drop back into the 20s, and tomorrow morning, we're going to rebound quickly. We'll pick up a warming westerly wind, and that means temperatures into the 50s, and we're not done. In fact, we're only just beginning this milder trend. It looks like we'll add to those temperatures on Sunday, probably seeing a lot of 60s, and by early next week, we could be talking a couple of 70s by Monday. Why is that? Well, a ridge in the jet stream pattern, so you can see high pressure there over the desert southwest. That's a classic setup for us to warm in the month of March. But then, the weather this time of year, it's going to go back and forth, and already pretty good confidence that there's going to be a bigger storm coming out into the plains late next week, probably next weekend. Now, that could bring a variety of things for us. There could be thunderstorms and rain on the front side. We might have a chance at 70 ahead of that. And you know what? You know the book and the script that when you get March storms, you usually get a classic wraparound snow and wind event somewhere. And that could affect parts of Kettleland too. So we'll just see where that goes there in that extended forecast. All right, well, let's wrap it up here. Our numbers today, we're going to be back up into the upper 30s in Yankton, mid to upper 40s in the northeast. 7-day forecast. We've got temperatures likely into the mid 60s by Monday, and then 50-degree weather. Still pretty good there by Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Nothing that's drastically cold at all. Aberdeen in the northeast, low 60s on Sunday, mid to upper 60s by Monday. And then if we cool back, it's just going to be enough to say still above normal, maybe not quite as much. Pierre, central South Dakota, it is mainly a dry forecast. So I do think that the fire weather statements are probably going to be coming back at us. We're not going to keep the full effects of this moisture, and certainly any day that's windy will really have to be watched. In Rapid City in the west, we do feature some of that. And also we're watching some 60-degree weather Sunday and Monday. Check out more details. They're online at KETHLELAND.com.